Good morning. Cold pizza. Saturday morning. Starfield. I got coffee in the kitchen. I'm gonna go get in a minute. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What's up, Thandar? Good morning.
You have great taste in ships, my friend.
I do have great taste in chips. Thank you very much.
I
She
am
is a big
dying to
old
work
thing.
on your ship, friend.
What do you have for sale?
Do let me know if anything has caught your eye. I was hoping you would eventually stumble into my shop. Welcome.
Hmm. Appears my reputation preceded me.
That's an understatement. It's rare that an off-worlder finds their way to Dazra. But not just any off-worlder. One that's able to speak with a Nazca Varun himself, which in the eyes of the citizens of Dazra moves you up from the suspiciously
I
curious
am the
category
chosen
to the
one.
dangerously unique one.
That's right. Eating with no hands. You got to step up your game.
Yes, of course. Forgive me. I had no idea that you'd taken our beliefs to heart. Perhaps we should start this conversation again. I'm Nalada Brady. Forgive me for not starting our conversation that way. I've been a bit distracted of late. My brother
What's up,
Qasim has
Montana?
been
Good morning.
missing for days.
Afternoon.
I'm beginning to worry that something terrible has happened to him.
I sympathize.
Yes, indeed. And after what our city has been through, there are countless others that feel the same way. I'm sorry. You don't need to waste time hearing about my problems. You've clearly come by for a specific reason. If you want to take a look at what my shop has to offer, well, you let me know.
Perhaps I could help you locate Qasim.
Really? You do that for me? Oh, you truly are a gift from the Great Serpent. I knew he hadn't forsaken us.
I'll do my best. All I need to know is where to start.
Oh yes, of course. The last time I heard from Qasim, he was headed out to the Deep Gorge Refinery to assess if it could be reopened. He never came back that evening. I've been worried sick.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
That's all that I would ever ask. Just please be careful. That old refinery has been abandoned for years, and there's no telling what might be choosing to call the facility its home. Now, is there anything you might need for your journey?
Indeed. I want goodies. What goodies might thou have for me?
Anything I can do to help?
Let's see here. Apparel? No, no, no. You don't have any, like, weapons or anything, so how many digipicks? I don't need digipicks. I also need resources. I'm good if that's all she has. I was hoping she would have weapons. I forget who's. Oh, you know what? I think the weapons are sold, if I remember correctly. You have to get further down in the quest line in the main building where, like, the marshal, not the marshal, like, there's like a guard station. I remember that vaguely. All right. My coffee should be ready now, so I'm gonna go get a cup. I'll be back in a minute. Autonomous says, "Good morning, fellow traveler." Good morning to you as well. All right. I have coffee. And we are good to settle in for a bit. I think we're going to play a little bit. Yeah, this is the Shattered Space. It is indeed.
I am trying to keep strong, but I fear I may be losing my mind.
I haven't played this since it came out, so I figured it was a good time to sink my teeth back in. Alright, we got a quest. Which wants us to go where? Way over there. Let's grab the rover. Autonomous says, "Good morning, fellow traveler." I think we have to go out through the gate. Oh, here's another question. Can I go through the gate until or do I have to do the main quest for a little bit? I can't remember. No, we're good.
Buckle up. On the road.
What's up, Blueface? Good morning. Do I have any creation stuff installed? A few things, yeah, but mostly just stuff that was in the official recommended Bethesda file. Really not a lot. Here, I'll show you. So it's all Bethesda stuff and a couple of Kingath things, but I have like Watchtowers turned off right now. We just did Hell's Gate like last week, So, no, this is just the base map. Our autonomous has been thinking about diving back in and getting lost. This is the way. Andreja is a great companion. We did it the first time we did Shattered Space. I had Andreja as my romance partner, as my wife.
Careful. Those fumes look noxious and those creatures look angry. Slow and steady when driving through water like this. I guess that was all.
Something just blew up. Oh, come on now. There we go.
That right there. Did you get it?
I did get it, sir. Oh, shit. Oh, is there a collider there? Am I gonna play World of Warcraft Midnight later this year? I might. I might. I don't know yet. I can't right now because I have too many other things to do, but we might play it. I might try it in April if I have time. But I have a very busy schedule, so it just depends on various things. I didn't want to start it when it came out the other day because of other things that I'm about to start, and I didn't want to get sidetracked. So, we'll see. Just depends. I know Allie's been playing. I think Allie and shit. Who else was playing? Was it Lou? Somebody's been playing. There's a couple people from our community who have been playing the last week or so. Oh, is that thing attacking us? I don't think it is. Oh, I see where you are. Alright, that's it from there. Let's see. Meh. Meh.
These factories supply countless people all over the settled systems.
We got a box up here.
Enough. Our orders are to stay here. You are still. Please collapse at any moment. What reason did we have to turn that drill back on? We are not to ask questions. Patience, brother.
Something about turning a drill on. Not getting through that door. They ain't seen me yet. Oh, I can't get in that door. It's a master lock. Oh. Shit, who saw me? Oh shit, somebody got me. From where?
Face is burning!
Barrett! Ah!
I've done this. I'm okay. No, I'm not.
Barrett's like, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Find anything worth selling or using?
Find them! They cannot have gotten far! I will find you, great serpent. You're offering.
I hear you, but I don't see you anywhere. I want to get back up there to that master lock. This isn't a channel to debate. So, yeah. Stop being obnoxious is all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Stop being obnoxious. Sit back and relax. We are not a community that allows people to attack other people. Are you serious? Are you fucking stupid? Fuck's wrong with you? Knock that shit off. Like, seriously, knock that shit off. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Alright, I don't see anything in there. Somewhere in here. I don't need that. Hang on, is that ammo? Alright. Is that an Elder Scroll? It certainly is a scroll holder. Jesus. Alright, we've gotten rid of that person, guys. I can't handle that this morning. Like, some people shouldn't have access to keyboards. But since it's our first one of the day,
Strong hand, fist of iron, judgment falls. Hearts are dying, banhammer strikes. Tears like rain, justice served. Feel their pain.
A, don't attack other people because of the way that they feel about a game, and B, when an apology has been issued, don't keep pressing the fucking matter and saying things like, "But I didn't attack anyone." No. Sit down, shut up, play the game, kids. Like, it's Saturday, kids are out of school. Holy shit, I'm not awake enough yet to deal with that kind of stuff. Are you stupid? Are you serious? That was that. That's not the master door. This was the master door, right? Yeah. Peek your head up.
Fair game.
The only reason I had to stop playing Starfield is because I couldn't put it down. That's the way. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I have no desire to play the Star Wars overhaul for this, because if I want to play a Star Wars game, I will go play a Star Wars game. When I want to play Starfield, I want to play Starfield. I got no problems, like, personally, like, people want to go play the Star Wars mod, it's awesome. Bubbleonia played it. It looked awesome, but I have no desire to do so. The only mods I would be interested in running are things that add to the Starfield experience, and the Starfield mod, for me personally, takes me out of Starfield and puts me into Star Wars. And there are already a ton of great Star Wars games that I can go play when I want to be immersed in a Star Wars game or a Star Wars universe. So it's just a personal thing for me. It's not to say it's not a great overhaul mod. It's not to say that people shouldn't go enjoy it if they want to. It's just not for me personally.
This serpent knows no mercy. I'm wounded. Run from me, will you?
Who's being rude, Connor? Chichi picks. Well, if the rumors are true, we don't have long to wait. Do 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 do. Oh, I'll be live as soon as there's news to share. As soon as there's news to share about Starfield, believe me, I will be all over it. That's highly unlikely to ever happen because Bethesda really doesn't spend time building other people's IPs. They build their own. I mean, I get the interesting, you know, it would be cool if to see Todd working in like Star Trek or something, but it's never gonna happen. It's one of those things where our creative juices are better spent elsewhere. On more realistic fronts. I don't even think Owlcat will do it. Owlcat, for the most part, has been focused on. I mean, they might, but they're pretty established in Warhammer and Pathfinder, and now they've also taken on the Expanse. They're already 3 franchises deep. I doubt I mean, if I was running Owlcat, there's no way I would take on another franchise. That's a lot.
Perfect.
What is that outfit that we just picked up? The copper is a little much, but I do love the scarf. That scarf is wicked, but the copper is... Yeah, the copper's a bit much. Barrett, we need to give you something though, buddy. You need something different than what you're running around in.
Let's get out there and do something new today. Ah, yes. Shuffle time. Let's see if we can even the load.
Right now, I just want you to look better, sir. Let's see what he looks like in this.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
I'm all ears. Go ahead. We have time to rearrange. See you later.
Yeah, I think we're going to do that for now. I'm not a big fan of the copper, but I do like the rest of the way that outfit looks. Step out here to where we can see better, Barrett. Come here. Come into the light. Barrett, you slack-ass waster. There he is. Alright, let's take a look, buddy. Yeah, I can dig it. I don't exactly like the copper, but otherwise that is a dope outfit. Yeah, I'm digging that. What's up, Gray? You finally arrived. Well, I slept in this morning. I turned off my alarm, and honestly, I would have slept even more, but my cats were adamant that I get up and feed them. But I did sleep until 4:30. I would have kept sleeping other than Dora was at my door just scratching and howling because their food time is normally 4 o'clock and I was like not awake and feeding them, so they were upset with me. on. Jesus, how many hit points does that have?
I've got some time. Ours now.
Then I'm coming for you.
Oh, there's a collider there. I think they're down. I got a long fang. I got a long fang. That's all I really care about is I got a long fang. One of your cats pissed on your head again? Oh man, cats do weird things sometimes. So one of our male cats, Smeagol, he's been on stream a few times. He's a sweetheart. He has twice gotten on the bed, and only with my wife, he has done it to her. He has gotten on the bed, and she was not getting up and taking care of him, and whatever he needed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he peed on her leg, like he peed on the blanket. Like she had a sheet on top of her, and she was laying there, and he like peed on top of her leg. Not like a full-on pee. It was like he got mad, and like he was pulling her hair, trying to get her to get out of bed, and she wasn't getting out of bed. So he went over and like pissed, like it was like fine, and peed on her leg. That's about 8 months ago. And then another, I can't remember what it was. It was a few months back. He tried, like she was ignoring him, and he turned around and he put his tail up like he was gonna do it right at her face. But she like spanked his ass right as he was getting ready to do it, and he jumped down and ran off. But he did pee on her leg once, and like full on like acted like he was gonna like spray in her face. And he's fixed, but he got activated by the outside cats coming around, and he's the only one of our cats that he'll mark.
Jetpacks are the more traditional.
Constantly trying to mark doors, but he's a castrated cat, you know, so it's just really weird. Never had a fixed cat feel the need to mark his territory before. I fell down here, so let me double check there's nothing else in here before I... Alright, there's a door over here. I got a long fang, which is the big deal. Excuse me. There it is. I don't even care, because I can modify the shit out of this thing for now. So we're going to go ahead and put this right over here. Oh, baby. Oh, it's a burst? I'm going to have to change that. We're gonna mod this weapon as soon as I get back to the base. And hopefully I can find myself a legendary version of this Long Fang. But this is like my favorite gun. Need some better lighting to see it. Problem is this one only does burst. Alright, medical wing is closed off.
Scavengers probably picked this place clean by now.
It might have, sir. I play, however, I don't have a favorite build. Plus, you can't really do... I mean, it's hard to do builds in this game, in that traditional sense, because the way the new game plus is set up, like, you can just keep going through and adding to your character over time. So there's really no... I mean, unless you're specifically playing a limited run character, you could make a build, but... Lectures, I have my male cat on medicated food. See, I have a cat who had a full irrigation blockage in November. He's on medicated food. He had to have an irrigation because he was completely blocked with crystals. And he's never done anything. He's never sprayed or anything. Our other cat, who's the one who sprays, he hasn't had any issues, but... And he's on... we put him on the medicated diet at the vet's recommendation just because it's a stress food, and the doctor was like, well, it could be caused by urinary things, so we put him on the medicated diet about 2 months ago, and it still hasn't stopped him spraying everywhere. So continue the message. That's right, Peak Cinema, Starfield on a Saturday morning. That's right. That's not good. Good morning, Allie. Anyway, going back to the character build, I'm actually I'm gonna cover that in the video. Hang on a second. I gotta get to a place where I know I'm not gonna get attacked so that I can grab my notebook. This looks like we might be okay. Gotta make sure we got the lights. This is my favorite Bethesda game right here. I love all Bethesda games, but this is by far my favorite. By far my favorite. So the question was asked, do I have a favorite character build or do I just play however? So my off-the-cuff answer, which I wanted to delve into a little bit more with a long-form video, was, with the way the New Game Plus is set up here, where you can, you're doing the multiverse thing and you're going through and you're constantly expanding upon your original character because you are Starborn. It's sort of open-ended. So you have the flexibility to really just keep building on whatever it is that you created at the start. So I think that you can definitely do a build in Starfield, but I think it only works if you're going to specifically focus on a one dimension run. And what I mean by that is you don't go through the Unity and you don't become Starborn. If you do that, you could have you're only going to get because you could just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going forever in this game. Like, there is no limit to it. So, but we can dive in. I'm going to dive into the skill tree here a minute and kind of expound upon that, because it's an interesting topic. So when you look at the skill trees, right, you obviously have your physical, social, combat, science, and tech, right? So you have, and when you start off the game, you're only going to have, what is it? Did they give you 2 or 3 skills? It's been so long since I've created a character from scratch. I think it's you get 3 skills when you start. Like 3 skill points, like put into something for you. So when you go through the character creation, you are choosing a background which gives you, a handful of abilities that you already have. But otherwise, yeah, it's 3, says Muad'Dib. Okay, I'm not misremembering. But once you get into the game, you can put points anywhere you want. And there are a lot of points, a lot of skill trees that you could choose from, right? Because you have the physical tree, the social tree, the combat tree, the science tree, the tech tree. And as you can see, they are all, each skill tree has all of these different things you can do, and then each one of these has multiple ranks. So like targeting control system has 4 ranks. So then you're putting 4 points into each one. So, if you truly wanted to just go all in and make a tech-based character, right? You could do that. And you could go through her and only take tech abilities, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 skill trees, and I think every one of these has 4 ranks, right? So, you're looking at just right there. I'm going to get the calculator because I can't do math. That's 68 skill points just in the tech tree. That's 68 levels, right? That's a lot of game time because it slows down considerably. Unless you can obviously go in and you can tweak things so you can earn XP faster and all those other things, because you have all of the settings where you can go in here and increase your. So I have my XP actually at a negative because I don't like to deal with carry capacity. I want to be able to carry all the shit, and I want to be able to access my ship cargo from anywhere. So because I have those types of things turned off, I'm at a negative for XP gain, which is fine for me. But other people want to earn XP. So the harder you make the game, the faster you earn XP, right? So that's up to you. So if you want to, you could make a character that only does a specific thing. My very first character that I played in this game when it launched was a space smuggler stealth character. It's my stealth archer. He was my stealth archer. He was a sniper with pistols as well. He was a stealth character who had lots of charisma, and so he put all his points into persuasion and negotiation, and eventually into ship piloting stuff so that I could be a smuggling ship captain who was also a stealth-based character. But I never took him through the Unity. So I played him up to the Unity, and then I put that character to the side, and I never touched him again. Then my second character, I made him a soldier, and I have taken him through the Unity 3 times now. That's this character. So I started off focusing on a lot of combat so that I could be really good with all the guns that I came across. I also put some points into physical for things like being able to sprint long distances without running out of oxygen or needing to worry about, carrying things around. I also took some ranks in gymnastics to be more stable when firing in 0G, rejuvenation to regenerate hit points, weightlifting to be able to carry more shit. Actually, I forgot, it's not fitness that allows you to carry more shit, it's weightlifting. So this character was a soldier. And he went through, and I also wanted to be able to mod all of my weapons and all of my spacesuits. So I went heavy into the science line with this character. And then I've also started to branch out, and I'm starting to want to get into shipbuilding. So I have started to take points in starship design, which allows me to install superior ship modules. And because I'm on Unity 3, I'm continually leveling up. And it's an endless leveling system where you play the game, you run a new galaxy until you run out of quests or until you feel like you're ready to move on, and then you go through the Unity and you get to start all the way over again from scratch with a different universe. Sometimes it's the same, but you do have variants. Like I've seen a couple of variants now. One of my variants, there was no constellation group, as an example. So, like I said, if you want to make like, do you have a favorite build or did you just play? Um, I find that this game, unlike other Bethesda games, is really hard to have a specific build if you're only going to do one playthrough, because you just have to accept that you're going to have a limitation. You're only going to be able to earn so many skill points, and you're only going to be able to go so far before you sort of run out of things to do and you get to the point where you need to go through the Unity, because that's kind of like the end game of this game is you are expected to go through and experience the next universe, and have that multi-dimension. Are the new galaxies procedurally generated? No. I think there's 10 variants, 8 variants, or 10 variants. I think there's 10 variants, which are known at this point. Um, so, but it is random which ones you get when you go through. It's a random when you go through the Unity. Anyway, so you could start off having a build like this character started off as a soldier, and so the first time I did anything with this character, he was a soldier, and he went through his first universe very much as a soldier. But then I got into outpost building once I finished the storyline, and before, I can't remember if it was before. I think I went to the second universe. I think I finished the storyline, and then I went to the next universe. And in the next universe was the one where I said, I want to do outpost building, and I added outpost building. The first one was a soldier who just had weapon modding and spacesuit modding. Allie says there's 10 that I'm aware of. So, you know, you could do a build, but really the best way that I think to look at it would be you start off with a build, and then your character evolves from there into being able to do so much more, because the potential from a story perspective of what your character is you aren't limited to being that one defined character, because the way the Unity works and the multi-dimensions and you being a starborn is that you get to go through and experience these different worlds as different characters. Like when you start the new universe, you literally can change your appearance and all these other things. You go through character creation again, with some limited choices compared to the first time you go through. But the whole purpose is that you're reborn. You're coming through and you're experiencing the universe again as a slightly different person who retains all of your skills from the previous universe. You just don't have your inventory and your ships and all that other stuff, but you keep your skills and you keep your levels and all that other stuff. So it's sort of like this system where you start off with a build, but then you just flesh out around that as you continue to play the game. So, for me personally, like this character, I'm on my third universe. I didn't have negotiation stuff the first two, so this time around I've started to put points into persuasion so that I can persuade people in conversations. I didn't have that the first couple of universes, and this time around I've started to put points into this. Yeah, reincarnation. So I've started to put points into that. So, uh, you didn't know about this part. It takes so much pressure off the creating the perfect build. Yeah, yeah. It's exactly. Um, there really is no perfect build, and there's not really any meta to things because there are so many ways to customize, and also because remember, it's not just about the skill points. It's also about the fact that you can go in here into the game settings. And you can adjust all of these things. So some people, when they're creating a build in previous or other games, they would look at something and be like, "This is the best ability because it gives you the best headshots," right? But here you can go in here and you can adjust all of these settings so that you can get the ultimate headshot even if you don't have the ability, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of different ways to tweak, like enemy damage, all these different things. These are all these, you can turn this into a survival game if you want to. Like there's all these different things you can do matched with this robust skill. Oh, and I'm not even talking about powers, by the way. I'm not even touching on powers. Because then you have all the powers, which if you're familiar with Skyrim, it's like the dragon shouts, right? Because you have all the powers that you can get access to as well, and those get more powerful as you go through the Unity as well. But if we're just talking skill points for a build, um, it's an endless system. Like I really, there's really no limit to this. Deep says you can play long enough, you can max everything out. Exactly. Like if you wanted to, you could literally you could play forever and max out every single skill, which I think you can do in Skyrim as well. Maybe I haven't ever played Skyrim that deep to take it that far. But yeah, because of the way it's designed, I really don't think there's any like perfect build system. It's kind of just start with what you want, and if you have fun with that, cool, take it through, and then when you're done, go through the Unity and keep going. Fallout 4 you can as well. Yeah, so this sounds to me like it's just I've never taken Skyrim or Fallout 4 that deep. So it sounds to me like since you can do it there, you can also do it here. It's an endless leveling where you're not limited by any sort of one build unless you want to limit yourself to a single build, which is what I did for my first character. Space Smuggler, he did not want to go through the Unity. He had a marriage with Andreja. I was very content to just live out the rest of his life with Andreja at my side. He didn't want to go through become Starborn. Whereas my soldier character was like, I mean, the adventure awaits, right? We're totally going through that Unity event, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna just keep exploring the universe. Hopefully that answers that question.